after a fall on the ice, right after the fall. So I went to my doctor and had it checked, and he said, it doesn't look suspicious, but to be clear, that I'll send to diagnostic tests. So the day after, he sent me for ultrasound and then mammogram. And the result revealed a high suspicion for cancer. The next day, I was sent right away for biopsy. And the week after, on January 23rd, I got a call from my doctor, and he said, I'm sorry, Teresa, he said, the result is positive. You have a breast cancer. Don't cry yet. A week after my diagnosis, I was sent to see the oncologist, and she decided that I go for chemotherapy first before the surgery, so we would try to shrink the tumor before we do the surgery. So I've been on chemotherapy since February 28. It was terrifying to hear that I have a cancer, right? Who wouldn't be terrified to hear the word cancer? For someone who's been diagnosed with cancer, the normal reaction would be depression, anger, bargaining, or even worse, we tend to ask God, why me? Why is this happening to me, right? But brothers and sisters, to be honest with you, those reactions did not occur to me. Yes, I was shocked. I was really shocked. And I was sad. And I was so afraid. I've never felt so scared in my life as I did at that moment. But I never asked God, why me? Never. I never asked God. Instead, I focused my attention to the positive side. I thanked Him. I said, God, I just said, God, if this is the cross that you want me to bear in my life, I'm ready and I'm willing to take it. I even thank Him because He chose me instead of any of my loved ones. I thank Him because He gave me the type of cancer which does not give me any pain. And I believe that I am one of His chosen people. I believe that God has a purpose for putting me through this. You all know that chemotherapy has, the most distressing side effects. There's nausea, there's vomiting, the fatigue is really profound, and but
love you, Chat.
I love you too. Diet-wise, I have given up so much. My cravings are no longer being satisfied. It's physically frustrating because the week after my chemo, I'm always tired and I'm so limited. Like physically, I'm so limited. But despite all these challenges, I would say I'm victorious. You know why? Because of God's presence in my life. He's always been there for me. I couldn't complain. This journey can be so hard, but I chose to take it easy by holding on to my faith. I have surrendered everything to Him and let Him take control of my life. He provides me with everything I need, one day at a time. He sends me persons, He sends me angels through persons who has the generous hearts to assist me in my needs every day. He let me come to this country so that I would get a free Medicare when I need it most. He blessed me with a loving and supportive family, with friends who are always there to make me feel, to remind me that I'm not alone in this journey. He gave me my twin sister. He gave me my twin sister Grace to depend on, especially in this difficult time. He put me in this community, in SMC community, remembering at a single moment of your lifespan? Truly, we cannot, right? I am a person who worries about every single thing. I consider myself as an OCD, actually. But this disease, it teaches me how to let go and divert my attention instead on the blessings I have around me. Every time I see my hair fall out, I just focus my attention. I just say, you know what? Every single hair that falls out of my head, it represents a cancer cell in my body. So every time I brush up my hair, I go say, "Kitty, this is cancer. So I shake it off." So it's not too hard for me, because that's the most distressing side effects of chemo, to lose hair. We're all concerned about our physical appearance. When I'm sitting in my chemotherapy chair, a comfy chair, I call it comfy chair, I vision myself being hugged by Mom Mary. I vision Jesus Christ in front of me, making sure that I am being healed in that moment. I imagine every drop of chemo drug from my IV line represents a prayer that my family and all of you, my friends, my community, offer for my healing. Because I know that every prayer you say for me, it's very strong that it could kill cancer cells in my body. Do you believe in divine intervention? Yes. You do, right? I do too. I'll tell you a story. The last chemo session I had was my third one. So I was sitting there, and the first nurse who tried to connect the IV line on my veins, she had a hard time. Like, she tried twice, and then she couldn't get it. So she called another nurse. So while the second nurse was trying to connect the IV on my vein, I overheard the other nurse saying, you know, we should find a very good vein because we have to give her this drug. So when I realized that the drug that she mentioned was not the drug that's supposed to be given to me on that day, so I speak up. I said, that's not my drug today. I said, can you check my file? So she went to check my file, and she found out that drug was not the right one. He said, my oncologist by mistake sent a wrong prescription to the pharmacy, so it was the wrong drug. So I realized, you know what, God intervened because He really delayed, He purposely delayed the connection of IV line on me, so that we would find out that the drug is not the right one. Isn't that amazing? Yes. He's just so good. He's so amazing. I desire to be healed, to live longer and be able to continue serving Him. And before I end my sharing, I'd like you to know. Seriously, I'd like to humbly ask each one of you, brothers and sisters, to please include me in your prayer, for prayer is my best weapon in this battle. I am confident that with all your support and with God's grace, I will be healed and I will be a victor at the end of my cancer journey. For this, may God be praised.